How y'all doing tonight? Of course, this is episode 3 of Freestyle Friday. Um, I hope y'all doing all right, man. Tonight is a little rainy where I'm at. So anytime it rains for me, that's real soothing and it's real peaceful. Well, it's always peaceful for me, but it's just something about the rain, man. It's just so peaceful, man. And wish I had a significant other to snuggle with, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about tonight. I ain't gonna hold y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I'm blessed, and y'all blessed. If you're able to watch this and hear me, you blessed. I don't know what your situation may be, but you blessed. If you're able to see me and hear me, you blessed. Sometimes I was talking just to add this in. I was talking to a young lady that I'm friends with a couple of days ago. And she's a young mother, 24. She's just became a mother, and it just it's hard for to put in a few words as possible. And you know, she always called me whenever she need a lift up, man. And she hit me up the other day, and she was telling me a few things, and she was like, I know I need to pray more. I just don't know what to say. And I say, and she always tell me, you always preach to me, but she be needing to hear that, and she be wanting that. You feel me? Sometimes, because a lot of people need that. Somebody that's I don't even call it preaching. I call it pouring in to people. I started off by letting her know. I say, I know you got a lot on your plate right now, and a lot of time, and especially in our community. I'm not here to pick on black, but this channel really is geared toward black people because I'm black, and I see the issue that we have, and I have a solution for them. But that's another story. But I was telling her, I said, it's crazy that us as black people, the only time we feel blessed is when we get something materialistic. God do send us material blessings, right? We know that. But I say, you know how blessed you is right now. I say you had a child last year, that came into this world with no health issues. These days, that's not as that's taken for granted. Just even some children come into the world healthy, but a lot of children these days, excuse me, autism is at an all-time high. You know, and to be born, to have a child at a time we're living in, to be completely healthy is a blessing. Your child don't have to go to St. Jude 3, 4 times a year, go all around the world to get these operations. You got a blessed and healthy child. That is a blessing. I'm talking about you can be homeless, you can not have a vehicle, you can have $0 in your bank account. If you got children that you got in your life and they got all their health and strength, that right there alone is a blessing. I also told her, I said, and these are the things that we take for granted, and we can't take them for granted. A lot of times, that's why we would hold our big blessings back, because those little blessings, which is not little to me in my opinion, but those common blessings, should I say, getting up out the bed. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up in the morning, you hit your own alarm clock, get out of bed yourself and go put yourself in the tub, then go brush your own teeth. You know how many people in the world who can't do that? They gotta get somebody to help them out of the bed, help them in the tub. And some of these people got all the possessions that a person could want, but they can't walk. They can't function. And so, we take those things like that for granted. We shouldn't take those things for granted, because that's one of the ways of many that you usher in your big blessing, by thanking God for the small things. And like I say, having all your health and strength is not a small thing for me. Some of y'all got stories of things that y'all overcame, and it been a while, right? So you tend to stop forgetting to thank God for it, and I just don't do that. For me, every day I thank God for things that He saved me from 10, 15, 20 years ago that could have took my life. Um, so we got a good God, man, And sometimes we feel down on life, especially in my community. We don't have certain possessions or certain material things, but we got to always understand and look up. And for me, and like I say, I'm a little different than the average person. My story a little different. So, but anytime, which I don't really have, I never was a person that dealt with depression, but sometimes I overthink situations, and anytime I overthink situations and it had me in a negative mood, I begin to say to myself, what do I have to thank God for right now? What can I look around and say I thank you for? And it's just so much. My mom, with all her health and strength, it's just so much, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to get out the bed and do what I want to do when I want to do it. Um, there's a lot of things that I thank God for, and there's a lot of things that some of y'all have been through. Everybody got a story. Everybody got a testimony. Everybody could speak about something and say, man, God delivered me from that. And as you sit back and dwell on it, it might have been a while ago, but as you sit back and dwell on it, you say to yourself, man, God really was with me. God really allowed me to make it through that car wreck. God really allowed me to make it up out of prison. God did these things, and it's time for that we forget about them. And we might not have, so we might be short a few dollars. Or I ain't gonna say that. We might be short a few dollars for something that we need, and now damn, man, I'm not blessed. And you forgot what He did for you, and what He'll do again. And like I say, that's how we usher in our big blessings. You know what I'm saying? By thanking Him for little things, big things, all things, not forget what He done. And that's just, I wanted to start off the broadcast with that, man. But there's a lot of things I'm getting off into tonight. I don't know how long I'm gonna hold y'all. Cause like I say, this Freestyle Friday. I have a few things where I have wrote down that I want to talk about and dive into. Like I say, because also this is a self-help pro truth channel. So there's a lot of things people deal with in their regular life, and I see it, and I'm gonna speak on it on this channel, especially on Fridays. And like I say, once we get to a certain point where we got a lot of subscribers, we're gonna bring people in, because the crazy thing about it is a lot of times we go through stuff and feel like we the only one going through it. Right? When we not, it's other people going through these same situations. So we're gonna bring people on the show. How we gonna do? We gonna bring them on the broadcast. We can let them comment if they don't want to be, if they shy, or you don't even have to put your picture up. And so we're gonna let them talk about their issues and hope in hopes of someone else hearing that and having the same issue. And we're gonna give them the solution for it. Because the solution is always prayer. But that I was saying by my home girl, everybody don't really know how to pray. But like I say, prayer is very simple. Prayer is a communication. Prayer is is a communication of things that is a communication with a person that you have never seen. And by you praying, first of all, that's why the Bible say, without faith it's impossible to please God, because if you don't have faith, you can't believe something you never seen. Faith is hope of things that faith is the evidence of things not seen. And so when you praying to God and you talking to Him, just the fact that you reaching out to Him through prayer is a sweet incense to His nose, because it's you believe in something you've never seen before. So I told her, I say, wake up in the morning and tell God, thank you for waking you up with all your health and strength. Thank you for your child being born and still right now having all his health and strength. That's two things. And Lord, be with me throughout this day. Cover me with the precious blood of Jesus Christ at all times, and keep your angels camped around me at all times everywhere I go. Period. Simple prayer. Thank Him for waking you up. Thank Him for your health and strength. Thank Him for the things in your life that you want to hurry up and say, because there's so many blessings. If we thank God for all the blessings, we'll never get off our knees. But thank Him for the things. Thank you for my house. Thank you for my car. Thank you for my bank account. Thank you for my job. Um, you know, Thank you for my health and strength. Thank you for the health and strength of my children. Um, and Lord, be with me. You and your angels be with me. Keep me covered with the precious blood of the Lord. Like I say, that's period. That's a prayer. And you begin to practice it every single day. Practice it every single day. Practice it every single day. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a pattern. And every morning, your morning not gonna be right until you talk to God. If you go in there and do it while you're brushing your teeth in the shower, your morning is not gonna be right until you talk to God. And that communication is gonna open up so much for you. Peace, doors, prayer gonna become answered, because now you done created a relationship with Him. But see, a lot of us don't even have a relationship with God, right? A lot of us go to God when we need Him, go to God when we sick, and God is so good. He sometimes still answers prayer, but then sometimes, He's not even familiar with your voice. You want God to be familiar with your voice, and that only happens through communication. It's just like a spouse or a friend or somebody that you're dealing with. I'm gonna just use a spouse, for example. If this person is not communicating with you, but they want things from you, you're gonna be adamant to give it to them. Whether it's love, sex. I mean, this your spouse, you're gonna do all these things, but you'll be more open when you have a communication with this person. Y'all always talk, y'all share how each other feel. Y'all always trying to figure each other world out and trying to find out how you feeling, how you feeling. Um, can I fix this? Can I do something for you? Communication builds relationships in anything, but most importantly, it builds your relationship with God. And so now, those two little things that you say every morning, He's familiar with your voice now. So when you ask Him for that big thing, He's there to answer it for you. We got to build that relationship with God. I know y'all see me kind of stirring. I got my little fried rice. I told y'all sometime I'm gonna be eating on the show because like I say, it's Friday. We kick it. Most people work weekend for 2 days. Some people still got to work the weekend. But when you come to Freestyle Friday, we just kicking it. We relaxing, man. We talking about some things. But yeah, man, I wanted to get that out of the way, man. But make sure you had an open line of communication up with the Most High. But how y'all doing tonight, man? What y'all got going on, man? I ain't got too much going on. Besides me being a little hungry. But one of the first topics I want to jump off into tonight is dating at the workplace. Um, you know, Dating at the workplace can feel so right. And don't get it twisted. It is a small percentage, a very, very small percentage of marriages and positive relationships that came out of dating at the workplace, but it's very seldom. And for me, in my life, I'm all about dealing with going off my field reports and statistics. Excuse me, that's how I make my decision. And dealing with my experience, that's never a good thing. And like I say, it feels right because here it is. When you work, this pretty much everybody. Majority of people work 8 to 10 hours a day, right? And in those 8 to 10 hours, that's where you're giving your best self at, right? When you wake up, you know what I'm saying, you get yourself together and you go into around these people, right? When you come home, you want to unwind. You might spend a little time with your kid, your wife, but you really just want to unwind, take your bath, eat, go to sleep, and get ready for what? The next morning, but to go to work. So the people that you work with pretty much get the best part of you. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. And so times, the opposite sex was put here to, interact with each other. So when you put the opposite sex together in the workplace, it's just kind of inevitable that it's going to happen where people are going to start either getting in relationships or getting entanglements. And my personal experience, my field reports, meaning experience I've seen from other people, it never works because now all of a sudden, this woman that you all of a sudden in a relationship with, You never had a problem with her talking to other men at the job. It never was an issue, something that you didn't even think twice about. But now y'all in an intimate relationship or y'all being intimate, right? And so now every time you see her talking to another dude, you feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? You feeling some type of way to the point where you getting an attitude with that dude and vice versa. Same thing with the female. And they a little bit more worse than men because they emotional. So now you getting an attitude, you playing all kind of mental gymnastics, even in some situations messing with people hours because of a dude that you messing with, right? And so it just seemed to me, from my personal experience, and like I say, field report that it's never a good thing. And although it may feel right, it usually never turns out right. Now, if something it had, like I say, I've seen situations, and I maybe one or two, just to be honest. Well, somebody met on their job, they got married, and they created a family. Everything was good, and they still work together, whatever. But for the most part, it's just not gonna work. They like to talk about certain jobs that everybody getting down, if you know what I mean, at the job. Listen, man, excuse me. I done been in fast food. I done worked at a plant. And even in corporate America, this is what goes on. This is what goes on because, like I said, people, men and women, are naturally attracted to each other. They're heterosexual, and we spending all this time together. It's bound to happen. And a lot of times, it's happening at the workplace. And so, like I say, man, it's just not good. And my advice to people would be to just not do that. There's too many people in the world. And I've also seen people cheat on their spouse with their coworkers. I've seen that too with my own two eyes. And so, like I say, man, dealing with people at the workplace is old saying you don't sit where you eat. But I mean, it's just never good. It's nothing good gonna come out of that. And going on the statistics and my field reports, I don't want to play dice with my heart or my feelings. So, okay, well, what if something do happen? Well, I'd rather not. And if it happened organically, it happened. I'm gonna let God take care of the rest. But me going there, ooh, I like her. I'm about to. It just never turns out right. There's all kind of men in the world, there's all kind of women in the world. Them few people at your workplace that you spending all these hours with, like I say, I know it can seem right. I know it can be hard to resist. But man, pick somebody outside of your workplace. Because I'm gonna show you another thing that's bad about that. I'm gonna show you another thing that's bad about that. If you work, and this is something I've experienced. If you working with somebody and y'all end up getting into an entanglement, a relationship, or whatever you want to call it, and things end up going left, I've seen situations where a dude mess with a female and he mess with another female at the job, and the females end up getting in a fight and getting fired. I've seen it the other way around where two dudes get in a fight and get now you done lost your whole income behind a situation you should have never got involved in. But what I was about to say, another bad part about it is this. Whatever happened with y'all, if it don't turn out right and it end up turning bad, because most of the time, let's be honest about it. Most of the time, a relationship it does not end on good terms. Most of the time, it do sometimes, but most of the time, it don't. Majority of the time, a relationship ends on bad terms, and so now the last thing I want to do after you done broke my heart or you done whatever the situation been is see you now. But we work together, so now we got to go to work and see each other. You and your feelings, I'm in my feelings. Of course, as a man, I should be able to control myself and be able to keep everything, focused. But you, as a woman, you emotional creature. That's how you wired. That's how God wired you. So there's a good chance you're not gonna be able to control your emotions. And then here we go. It's just a miserable day, miserable 8 to 10 hours for you and me. And then now shifts and schedules might have to get changed, and it just too much come out of won't it just too much come up out of that. You know what I'm saying? So I get a lot of people who ask me about that and tell me, oh, I met this guy, and I be like, listen, I'm gonna just give you how I feel. And I mean, like I say, it's never how I feel, just that's how I feel, because field reports and experiences and statistics, because you gotta go off statistics too. But you never know who taking the statistic, where they come from, but still, statistics do matter. God. Well, yeah, Another subject I want to talk about tonight. I have been saying it for years. I mean, when someone was talking about it the other day. Um, Contrary to popular belief, they got a lot of good women out here, right? They got some good women out here. I'm switching lanes. I'm going on another subject. And, well, I'm not going to say there's a lot of good women out here, but contrary to popular belief, it is good women out here, right? And if I got a homeboy, somebody I roll with or whatever you want to call it, and they actually got a good woman, they check on they woman, check on them, they woman, cook for them, they woman. You know a good woman. She not arguing when he bring his homeboy around, or she starting arguing, so all of a sudden she want to constantly keep swaying herself and doing all this stuff. When I come to the house, she go in the room. She handle herself like a lady. And I know the good thing that she done for you. I know that she a good woman because maybe I know her, maybe I don't, but if I do know her and I know she's a good woman, I know her character, I know her personally. If me and you homeboys and you cheating on that woman, I don't deal with them type of dudes because with me, one of the two, love is one thing. Love is a beautiful thing, whether it's with and I'm talking about when you love somebody, whether it's a relationship, your homeboy, I love my dog. You feel me? Love is amazing, but for me, loyalty and respect outvalues everything. And it's crazy. It's crazy that I said that because I know Kodak black guy clothing line called Love, and that's what that means. Loyalty outvalues everything, but I put loyalty and respect. And if you can't be loyal to a person who you intimate with, a person who cooked for you, a person who I know down for you when you was incarcerated, or maybe you might, or if you're not a person who go to jail, whenever you had situations that need to be took care of, she took care of it. You told me about it. Yeah, my girl did. My girl did this, and I know you got a good woman, or especially a wife, and you messing over her. I don't deal with them type of dudes. And here's why. For one, if you can't be loyal and respect somebody who you intimate with, I know you're not gonna be loyal and respect me because you ain't gonna be being intimate with me. Um, if you can't be loyal, if you can't have loyalty and respect for somebody who actually know your personal business, why would you have any loyalty and respect to me? And also, when you do people bad, right, that was loyal and respectful to you and loved you and treated you right, you bring curses and bad luck on yourself. I don't want to be around, especially if you're married. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be around you when judgment I don't want to be around you when judgment is executed, right? But I already know that you're not a loyal person. So I know if me and you get in a situation, or we in a line of fire, any type of situation, I know what you're gonna do. Me because you do it to that girl who you intimate with, who know all your business, who there for you, who rub your back and your head at night when you had a long day. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just your road dog. And so, I don't mess with dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? I stay away from them type of dudes, bro, because you gotta always surround yourself with people who share your values, right? And if somebody have if somebody is disloyal to a person who loyal to them, don't have respect for a person who have respect for them, that's a character flaw, right? And you gotta always pay attention to people's character, right? Because when you pay attention to people's character, it doesn't matter what they say. Once you know their character, you know what they'll do. So if something do happen and somebody say, well, this person did or said this, by you knowing that person's character, you're gonna know if it's true or false. You're not even gonna have to check that person. Say, did you do this? Did you say this? Because when you learn people's character, that's what I tell people all the time. You got people with character strengths, you got people with character defect, character flaws. And these are the things you have to pay attention to. Yes, the big lip, the big booty might attract you to her. Yes, the nice car, his handsomeness, the way he got his physique, his thing that he had, maybe that is what attracted you to him. But once y'all together, y'all need to be trying to understand each other's character. And that's very simple. I remember I went on a date with a woman one time, and we we went on a date, we got seated, and she was very, very rude to the waitress. And for me, that was because you know what I'm saying, we was in a relationship, and that's a different story. But this is somebody that I was about to date, and the reason why I didn't ever go on a date, and I stopped there right then and there, because you don't have respect for people, right? Um, and this woman was a waitress. I don't know if she was looking down. I don't know what the situation was, but that's a character flaw for you to be disrespectful to somebody who is bringing you your food, even though they doing a job, they working, they not doing it for free. I want to be clear on that, but still, this is somebody who's bringing your food. This is somebody who you know is your mantra D for that day. You should be respectful of that person. So people so that for me that was a turn off, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, because why would you have just this nasty attitude with this woman? I could see if maybe you was having a bad day. We was together. I still don't justify it, but you was all good. All everything was going perfect. And when we went to out to eat, you did that, and I just was like, what? You know what I'm saying? And so that was a character flaw about her, in my opinion. She don't have respect for other people. Because why are you getting this attitude with this woman that she's not? I could see if she did something, and that's still not no right for your attitude. You call her superiors, or you address it with her and see if it can get rectified. But to have this type of attitude and this animosity toward this woman for no apparent reason was weird to me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand that. For me, that was a turn off. And like I say, that was the first date and the last date, because I mean, I don't want to even go forward with something like this, because this is something that I see in you that's a character flaw. You got to see these things. You got to see, okay, you with this dude, but y'all just really like dating right now. Y'all ain't really together, but he take all day to respond to you. Um, every time you call him, he with his homeboys, and it's certain things about him, in my opinion, as a grown man, is a character flaw. If you're a grown man, 30 plus or 25 plus, if you have children, you shouldn't be around no man, no homies every day. Your children should be your homie. And even if you and the mother not together, you should be trying to find some kind of way. If it's picking them up from school, if it's if she don't want to let you leave, you can go in her yard and just deal with your children, kick it with your children, do things with your children. But you want to be with men every day. And so now you get with this man because you overlook this character flaw, that he's a grown man and like to be with men every day. So now you didn't got with this guy, and now every day of the week he don't come to you till the nighttime. All through the day he running with his homeboy, or doing whatever he do, or at work. When you get off from work, he go, I'm going to kick with the homies. And now y'all together now, y'all staying together, or y'all done made things official, and he's still doing that. Well, you had a warning before. This is who he is. He like hanging with his homeboy more than women. And some of these dudes, they weird. That be bugging me out, but that's another story for another day. I'm a man who bad with his finances. If I got a lady friend, and it's mind boggling to me. I got lady friends who tell me that they actually have dudes who call them and say, "Hey man, I'm short on my cell phone bill this month. I'm short on this month." And I'm not talking about them because they just so happen to have a financial storm at the moment. We all go through those. But for you to call a woman, and sometimes in these situations, these women are just meeting these dudes. And I got one homegirl I told her, I said, you must have got dumb ring on your face for this dude to just meet you and ask you this and these things. And I was like, that's a kid. And I told her, I was telling her, I say, this is not a dude you should even want to be, because they was just kind of like dating at the time. I say, this shouldn't be a dude that you want to move forward with, but because clearly he is telling you that he's irresponsible. And like I say, if we go through financial storms in life, we go through that time, we got to pay this last money for the rent. We ain't got enough till We ain't got enough money really for nothing else but our rent paid for them. So we go through these times. We might need a little gas money or whatever. But for you to call a woman that you're not even official with, now y'all staying together, like I, I still don't believe that, but I'm not gonna condemn it. If you staying with a woman, y'all in a real relationship, everything official, and maybe you need some money to payday, and your girl got it. Baby, me a boy $20 to put my tank till that I wouldn't do that because for me that would be embarrassing. It doesn't matter if that's my wife, but I never say never. You never know what can happen. And it is what it is. But I'm saying that's a different situation. But we just meet, we date, and you got the audacity to ask me for some money. You a whole man, like it- you know. That's a red flag. That's to tell you, look, this guy is not responsible. He's a grown man. He's 25 plus with children, or 30 plus with or without kids, and he's asking me for money. He's irresponsible. So why would I move forward with somebody like that? Women got their mindset. They always pessimistic. I mean, they always optimistic. They always feel like they can fix somebody. And they can't. Nobody can fix nobody. Remember that. Now people can't even fix themselves. Now they can take the step in the right direction to try to address the thing that they got in their life and find help for it, whether it's through prayer, whether it's through self-help. But people can't even change and fix themselves. So ladies, I'm gonna tell you now, you can't change and fix nobody because I know there's women like to do that. And so, you got to learn for these character, look for these character things when you dating somebody or you dating somebody new and you like everything about this person for this from on the surface, you know what I'm saying? But it's always when you thinking about making something permanent with somebody like a relationship or marriage, you have to go beneath the surface, you know what I'm saying? Because that way, when y'all get together, don't be no situation like, oh man, this is a deal breaker. I didn't know you supported abortion and I don't. I didn't know you supported Trump and I like these things need to be addressed because these things can cause issues. And so just be look. You always gotta look at people's character. What is their character? You know what I'm saying? They can't hide. That's another thing. People can tell you all the lies that they want to tell you, and there's a lot of things that people can keep hidden from you. But their character, that's something that they cannot hide. They can even hide their intentions, right? But they cannot hide their character. Their character you're gonna see when they're out and about, right? Because of course, 9 times out of 10, when y'all go on y'all first dates, it's gonna be in public. If they come to your house, what is this person's character? Is this person coming in your house getting on a phone? So this person's a phone head. Is this person coming in your house automatically trying to have sex with you? What is this person character? These are the things that they cannot hide. Hygiene. I mean, there might be something shallow and mediocre, but even hygiene. Why is this man or this woman breath smelling on the first date? That should not happen, and that's not something that's a major issue. That's something that can be fixed, and it's something that they may not have control over because people that have gingivitis, they can brush their teeth all day, put gum in their mouth, it's still gonna have a bad smell. So you want to know things like that, which don't, you know what I'm saying? And that might be a funny point. You might laugh at that point, but that's a serious issue because for me, um, if I'm dealing with a woman and she got gingivitis, well, that can be fixed. But if she just got bad hygiene, her breath always smells, she don't have no medical issue, that's a problem. Especially for somebody like me who like to kiss, that is a problem. Like I don't want to know. We didn't went on 3 dates and every date your breath stank. And so now I didn't ask you, well, cause see me, that's the type of person. I'm one of those. I'm an open book, right? And by me being an open book, I expect a person that I'm dealing with to be open book, which is most of the time not the case. People always concealing things, holding stuff to their chest, for whatever reason, but they do it. And so me, I'm the type of okay, man. I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean, but we went on 3 dates, and you have a smell with your breath. Is it a medical issue? Because I'm imagining you brush your teeth before you go on a date. Well, I do have gingivitis, and I'm supposed to be getting surgery for it next month. And okay, so we can move forward. But if she say, I don't have no medical issues, I went to the dentist. I go to the dentist once a month, and she get an attitude about something like that. Which is, I mean, a woman, women gonna be women, so something all offensive to them versus a man. But like I say, this kind of crazy. I'm even talking about something this small, but I'm just saying, bro, from everything, from hygienic purposes, from manners in public, from what I would call public relations, how they deal with people outside of you, how they around your family. Now, I want to say this too. You also gotta, like, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, if I go around a woman and she introduced me to her family, and the reason why I'm saying this, I want to be clear um on what I mean. When a woman introduced me to her family, right? Her mother or both her father. Hopefully, she have a two-parent home, so she know better. But if she when she introduced me to her mother and her father, I'm not one of those guys who go and lick boots. Like, I'm not going in here, and because at the end of the day, my thing is this: my relationships is with this young lady, not with y'all. So if y'all choose not to like me, that's fine. If y'all choose to love me, that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm gonna be myself. And sometimes that comes off as arrogant to people. Like, I done been to meet females' parents, and they'll be like, "Well, I don't really like that." They didn't stop talking to me that, but why would you like that around my mom? And why would you like? And I'm like, "What you wanted me to do? What you wanted me to go there?" And yeah, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not doing that. Right? I'm gonna be myself. And one thing about being myself, me and you in a relationship, so you have accepted me for who I am. And that's all I care about. I don't care about the world. I don't even care about how my parents accept you, understand? Because vice versa. And I don't expect my spouse to do it. If we go to my mother's home, yes, speak to my mama. But other than that, you don't have to say nothing else. You don't have to ask how she's doing. You don't have to talk about it. Speak. If you want to go into and you don't want to speak to her, stay in the car. But that's the only thing that you're gonna do if you come into my. Other than that, you don't have to lick boots. My daddy passed away, so all I have is a mama. So if I bring a woman to meet my mama, speak to her and keep it moving. That's all you want to do. If you want to talk to her, that's cool too. But I'm giving you that same energy. Like, I mean, when I go around, I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna be extremely polite, and I'm not gonna be rude and have a boot in my mouth. But if politics come up, I'm gonna speak my mind. If we start talking about Bible, I'm gonna speak my mind, and I'm not gonna bite my tongue. I'm gonna be myself. And if people don't like me for that, well, then it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, I'm not dating them. I'm dating you. And so I said that to say, um, if somebody go with you to your parents and they might be standoffish to your parent, I wouldn't say judge them off of that, and they a bad person because that could be a character flaw, or it could just be who they are. Like for me, like I said, that's just who I am. I'm not going around nobody trying to do these little dances. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go speak to your parents, ask them how they doing, and that's with me. That's just mandatory. How you doing, Miss So and So? How's your day? How's everything going? How you doing, Mister So and So? How's your day? How's everything going? How was work? And after that, I don't have like I say, once we build a bond, maybe we start talking about sports, me and her father, or me and her mama, talk about certain things, the Bible or politics or whatever. Then that's another story. But just me going there trying to bootleg to get some brownie points, I'm not doing that. And I don't feel like that's a character flaw if you don't do that, or if the man that you date don't do that. So I don't want to say, I don't want you looking at me like, well, he. I remember I listened to the guy on YouTube and he said, and that's kind of, I feel like you got a character issue by going around my people, and that's not respectful that you didn't hold a conversation with them. So I just wanted to put that out there as a disclaimer to be very and extremely clear about what I'm saying. But yeah, man, the character thing is thing that you can't hide. How they treat the fast food worker, how they how they even act with their friends, right? When they're on the phone with their friends, how they act, what they talking about, is they being messy, talking about everybody's business, the things that they post on their social media. I tell people today, I don't even ask women for their phone number. I ask for their social media because I know that your social media is gonna tell me who you are. What's on your social media, right? What is on your social media? Is you posting things? If you like to share food, that means you like to cook. You like to share scriptures and sermon. I mean, you like to listen to the word of the God, word of God. Um, or is you always talking about, or is you always talking about somebody? Is you always putting these quote unquote broad statements out there via social media? Is you always in mess? And I tell women all the time, I tell some of my lady friends, I say when y'all get into it with y'all significant other, and y'all go on these social media platforms and y'all quote unquote, and men doing it too. And this is a universal message, right? But I tell this to my lady friend because men do it too, but majority of women do it. They feel as though Facebook is a platform for them to express themselves and put all their business out there, which it is not. And I tell them, I say, when you go on social media, you didn't got into it with so and so, and you go on social media and you blasting that person out. You putting all that person business out there now, and people looking at you sideways because they saying they said, okay, and this for me. I'm gonna speak for me. I can't always speak for everybody, but I've heard other people say this. So you on social media talking bad about this person, airing all this person business out, and this is a person everybody know you was with. Everybody know y'all was together for years. Everybody, some situation y'all even have children. Some situation maybe y'all don't. But this is somebody you was intimate with for years. Somebody who you love. Somebody who you even posted before. And now shit that hit the fan, and you airing this person out on social media. You talking about this person and doing all this. You make a lot of other dudes. First of all, high vibrational dudes not even gonna want to deal with you. Number one, high vibrational women is not even want to deal with you. All you gonna retract now is low vibrational men that only want you for either what you got material wise or what's between your legs, and that's it because they already know your character. If you get pissed off at them, you're gonna air them out, talk about them on social media. So you turn, and I know a lot of times women they can't control emotion. A lot of these men too today, and so they feel like getting on social media, airing out. That's their way of addressing the rumors, or that's their way of that makes them feel better or whatever, and they so worried about what other people say. We know they got so many of those people. That's another character defect. I'm about to get into that as well. But so they getting on here and they doing that. And dude looking at it like I say, you ain't gonna get no high value or high vibrational. I ain't gonna say high value. You're not even gonna get a high vibrational good man because he don't want a woman or woman because ain't nobody want to be dealing with all that. I know what they gonna do if we fall out. So what you don't understand is this is why you turning a lot of good men off from you. Now they'll still hit you. Some of these men hit anything. They hit in training, so they'll still have sex with you. They'll still probably use you for some of the material things you got. It's about to be taxi, you know how that go. They'll still use you, right? But before there's they'll still use you before there's them taking you serious. It's not happening. It's not happening because they know who you are and they handle you as such. And so a lot of times, y'all turn good men off and good women off by doing that immature stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the next thing I wanted to go off into, speaking on that, like always worrying about other people's opinion of you. Always worrying about other people's opinion of you. And because somebody you feel, or if it is true, whether somebody bashing you from what you know or from what you think, you want to clear the rumors and clear the air. Right? For what? Who cares what people think? Like, that's another issue that we have in our community. I understand it's a world issue, but it's so big in our community. Like, we will literally, like, bro, we have all kind of stuff going on that need our immediate attention, but we worrying about stupid petty stuff because we worrying about what other people talking about. We got our children and what they got going through, our financial life, all kind of situations that's important. But we worry about with some people who don't even care because these people on social media don't care about you. These people on social media don't care about you. Um, they only call Facebook friends. Even some of the ones that's connected to you, whether it's family friend, they don't care about what you got going on. And if you on there talking some negativity about what's going on in your life, sometimes they happy about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand taking social media serious. That's why I say that's why I tell my brothers, if you got a woman who can't stay off social media, I'm telling you, that's not that. You know what that is? That's a concubine. That's not a wife. That's not somebody who you want to put your seed in, brother. That's a character flaw. I know some of these females, man. I had a female, man, and it was so much that me and this female was supposed to end up doing together, and it constantly was getting derailed because I was constantly having to tell her I'm not with the social media. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. Not for this posting me and all that there, but just just living on there, worrying about what people say, addressing, just doing too much on social media. Be careful with women like that, brother. Because I'm telling you now, these are the women who will air your business out on social media. These are the women who got men and they inbox constantly. And those men that's constantly inbox, all they're doing is building their ego up, and that's making them feel that's making the more men in they inbox, the less they gonna have respect for you. Because they're gonna have all kind of Negroes in the inbox. They're gonna have dudes in the inbox that's getting money. They're gonna have dudes in the inbox that got good careers. They're gonna have some bombs in the inbox too. But they're gonna have all these dudes in the inbox and eventually if they are social media head, right? I'm not talking about a good woman that might get on social media in the morning, just in the morning to check some things out or check a notification, and she don't never get on there again. Maybe at work throughout the day she might do a little scrolling, but for the posting and all that, she not with that. And if she do post something, it's educational about food, it's something hilarious and encouragement, but she don't post negativity on her page, and she really don't even post. Social media is not something for her. It's days that she go without social media. When y'all both off and y'all in the house together, she don't even pick up a phone. I'm not talking about that type of woman. I'm not saying that if she got social media, it's a dick, but I'm talking about these women that every time you see them, they on social media. They on social media. You gotta watch them women because it's niggas in their inbox constantly, daily. And guess what? Somebody gonna have a bigger thing than you. Somebody gonna have more money than you. And because she live on social media and live in that social world, she's gonna eventually get social with those people. And a lot of times you're not even gonna know it. Right? Because one thing about a woman, you would never catch a woman cheating. You catch a woman cheating, man, you must have hired a private investigator, or it's hard to catch them because they not like her. They don't do the stuff we do. They don't forget to erase text. Like I was dating. That's another thing. I was dating a chick one time, and that's just to put this in real fast. Every inbox and text she gets, she automatically deleted. And to me, I'm not telling y'all take it how y'all want to take it, y'all feel how y'all want to feel. But to me, that was a character flaw. And that's why I didn't take her serious because, well, that's one of this particular person, one of the many reasons why I didn't take her serious. Because she was one of those people that I'm telling you about now. She loved, like, social media is her lifeline. Like, what else that she can't help. And so, um, why are you constantly erasing every text? That's something sneaky about that, right? It's something about that that's sneaky, and I don't trust you because it's something that you trying to keep concealed, right? You don't want it, man. I just so happen he go through my phone. I just so happen he pick up my phone and go through it. I can't let this be seen. That's how I'm thinking. Take it how you want, brother. But if you got a woman that's doing that, move forward with your on your own. Move, move. Beware. That's all I gotta say. Beware. Well, yeah, these women who stay on social media, man, you don't take these women serious, man. They concubines at best. If you're in the recreational sex, that's on you. I'm not, but if you're in the recreational sex, these women are concubine, and that's it. You don't make them nothing serious. You don't get them in. You don't inseminate them. You don't inseminate them because now you have a child with this social media drawn because that's what they are. They social media drawn. Whatever going on social media, whoever you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Stay away from these type of women, brothers, because and even with ladies too. Ladies too. If you somebody who a reserved person and you not really into all that social media stuff, but you got to do. He always going live. He doing this on social media. He counting money doing. No, because he's attracting all kind of negative energy towards him, right? Not from the ops, from the police, because they watching your page too if you're doing something you got no business, and from other women who gonna be in his inbox. Because women, if you doing your thing and you looking good and you having money, they're coming your inbox these days. So they're coming your inbox these days, and so you gotta be careful with all these things, man. And yeah, man. So you know, you got to be careful, like I said, of people's character, man. That's one of the things I want to really dive off into, because if we understand people's character, a lot of stuff wouldn't happen. You wouldn't have these breakups where y'all hate each other now. These situationships or relationships or marriages where y'all hate each other now, and they end up turning bad and go up in the flame. Or friendships, these things wouldn't be happening because I know your character. You feel me? It's dude that I know, and I would call them acquaintances or associates or even my N-word, but I wouldn't call him my friend. Why is that? Because I know your character. And if you got all these character flaws, then you can't be friends. I'm not saying that nobody's perfect. We all gonna have character flaws. But is these character flaws something that you're willing to accept? But if it's something dealing with loyalty or respect, if it's dealing with that, if it's a character flaw dealing with loyalty or respect, whether it's a spouse, a friendship, a family member, you need to cut this person off. Because once they show you those character flaws of loyalty, disloyalty, and disrespect, they, you know what I'm saying, beware. Move forward in that relationship, situationship as you may. But whenever things go up in flame, don't trip because you seen God allowed you to see that person's character. He allowed you to see that. You didn't want to see it, you ignored it for whatever reason, and you got to deal with the consequences. And hopefully, sometimes those consequences are fatal. Sometimes those consequences land you in places like prison or jail that you should never been in, but you seen it. You seen this dude had a good woman, and you thought he was gonna be silent on you when you go in the interrogation room. You thought when the op gave him that bag to set you up, he wasn't gonna do it. He already showed you he's a disloyal POS, piece of you know what, or she was a P. You know what I'm saying? They showed you. So, you know, a lot of times that's what we do, man. And then we'll make excuses for people to keep them in our life for our personal gain or most of the time that's what it be. Oh, this dude got money, he take care of my bill. Man, this girl got some good, you know what? She did see that. Listen, let these people with these serious character flaws go. Some character flaws, like I said, can be dealt with, can be um deal with, livable with. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when it got something to do with disloyalty or disrespect, no, sir, I can't deal with that. I'm not even gonna set myself up for that. And then now you overreacting. You know what I'm saying? So always, keep in mind and pay attention to someone's character. And I think that's pretty much all I got for y'all tonight. I'm gonna try to finish eating this, because there's something else I want to talk about. Trying to slip my mind, but I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Um, and I'm just eternally grateful for y'all come and watch me and listen to me. And I got 2 videos that I'm putting together. One of them should be released this weekend. Well, one of them will be released this weekend. Maybe 2, but one for sure. I got an event I got to attend to tomorrow. So that's gonna pretty much have most of my day. But I will be free Sunday, and I got pretty much it already panned out. I just gotta do a few more things to it. But y'all gonna get about 2 or 3 videos this weekend. 2 for sure. 2 for sure, maybe 3, but 2 for sure, man. We working, man. We out of here, man. I love y'all, and God bless each and every one of y'all.